Dorothy, by any chance, did you borrow my pearl handle 6-shooter?
Blanche, you look ridiculous.
Well, I do not. I'm a cowgirl. Yippee-I-O-K-Y.
Kaye.
Well, whatever. Have you seen my gun?
No.
Well, damn. What's the point of wearing this if I've got nothing to put in it?
I say the same thing every morning when I put on my bra.
Blanche, why are you dressed like that?
Because I am going to an authentic Texas-style barbecue. And my date is a real-life cowboy.
Morty Fishbein is a real live cowboy.
He's from Amarillo, Texas. He was the Grand Marshal of the B'nai B'rith Rodeo for 3 years straight. Who better to go with to a barbecue? Hello? Marty. Threw your back out putting your boots on? You're in traction? Oh, I guess this means you're going to be a little late? Oh, all right. Well, can you believe that? Because of one little slip disc, Morty is not taking me to the barbecue.
What a shame. You'll miss the foot-stomping version of Sunrise Sunset.
You know, this kind of thing has been happening to me a lot lately, and I think it's because I'm going out with men who are too old for me. In the last year, my average date has been over 60, bald, covered in liver spots, and wears a truss.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I used to attract men who were young and active and virile. But now they just want to date girls in their 20s and 30s. What's a great-looking gal in her 40s to do?
Perhaps we should find one and ask her. Oh, come on, Blanche. This is all your own fault. I mean, take Stephen. You'd been dating him for 6 weeks. The moment it looked like you were making some sort of commitment, you dumped him. It's like 6 weeks is your cutoff point.
Oh, it is not.
It is, too. You were getting along great. You seemed to like each other. You had a wonderful time together.
I don't want to talk about it, Dorothy. Besides, Stephen just didn't have all the qualities I look for in a man.
Hi, girls. What a great day. I feel so terrific. It's like life is a giant weenie roast, and I'm the biggest weenie.
No argument from this corner.
Rose, you're even more relentlessly cheerful than usual.
Thank you. It's because I've joined this group, and they teach you to use positive thinking to bring health and success and love into your life. There's a meeting tonight. You want to come?
Oh, Rose, come on, forget it. This is just a fad. I mean, this is for gullible people who believe in magic.
Dorothy, you're not very open-minded.
I am so. Now shut up.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You should listen to yourself sometime. What are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything.
Well, then why don't you come to the meeting? Maybe you'll find something to make your life better.
Oh, all right. Rose, if it'll make you happy, I'll go.
Rose, me too.
Oh, you won't regret it. How about you, Sophia? Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Terrific. If I'm lucky, I may live to be 7.
Oh, girls, you're just in time. Where's Blanche?
Oh, she said to save her a seat. She saw a man smiling at her out in the hall.
Everybody's smiling here. I haven't seen so many goofy smiles since the great dentures swap at Shady Pines.
Welcome to Create Your Own Miracles. My name is Mary Ellen.
Hi, Mary Ellen. You're special.
You're special too. And you know why? Because you're you. And there is nobody else like you in the whole world. Do you understand that?
Only an idiot wouldn't understand that.
Mary Ellen, I'm completely lost. Could you run that by me again?
After the lecture, Rose. Just like last week. Now, are there any newcomers here tonight?
Oh, right over here.
Rose, no.
Oh, please, stand up and introduce yourself.
I'm Dorothy Zbornak.
I'm Melanie Griffith.
Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Melanie.
You're special.
You're nuts.
Actually, we're not newcomers. We're just observing.
You must have a fear of committing.
She had no problem committing me.
Look, joining a group, particularly a group like this, just isn't my thing.
I see. So your thing is sitting on the sidelines and playing the cynic, bursting a child's balloon so that he'll learn about the harshness of life early, pointing out what's wrong with the world rather than what's right about it.
That sounds good. Where can we sign up for that group?
Dorothy, you're a very negative person. People are given these messages very early in life, usually by their parents. In your case, my guess is the mother.
Guess again, oh special one. Is it my fault she got knocked up at 19, marrying a loser that...
Look, to me, this is all a big show. I am sure that under all these smiles, you people have to be aware that life can be pretty miserable sometimes. Come on, Melanie.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but at least be open enough to hear what we have to say.
Fine.
I think everybody really likes you, Dorothy.
Everyone is beautiful because they're beautiful on the inside.
I cannot believe
People
this.
are
I
like
have a
snowflakes.
great guy like Stephen just crazy about me, and I'm wasting my time here with all these grinning idiots. Let's go home.
We said we'd stay till after the meeting.
Just a word of caution. Don't doze off. I think that's when the pods take over your body.
I hate to admit it, but there may be something to Rose's positive thinking course. Last night after the meeting, I decided to write down all the negative thoughts that come into my head. And Ma, I cannot believe how many there are. I mean, just listen to this, right here on page 187. The faucet is dripping. I know it's going to keep me up all night. Then I'll be tired for my crummy job tomorrow. Life is a swirling eddy of despair. I mean, I can't believe that something as insignificant as a leaky faucet could bring all these bad thoughts about myself.
This is a very serious thing, Dorothy.
Mom, what can I do about it?
Try changing the washer.
Ma, I'm talking about my negative thinking.
I know what you're talking about. Remember what your cousin Federico used to say? People waste their time pondering whether a glass is half empty or half full. Me, I just drink whatever's in the glass.
My cousin Federico was a hopeless alcoholic who played bocce ball with an imaginary friend named Little Luigi.
Kind of puts that dripping faucet in perspective, doesn't it?
Hi.
Hey, Sophia.
Stephen, nice to see you again.
Dorothy, it's nice to see you. Do you mind if I get something to drink? I must have sweat off 10 pounds today.
You played a lot of tennis?
Tennis.
Yeah, right. Just help yourself to whatever's in the fridge.
It's nice that you two have worked out your differences.
I think the problem with him before was that he was on the rebound from Karen, but now that he's gotten over her, he's all mine, and I think we appreciate each other more. Everything old and familiar has become new and exciting.
Oh, that's nice. Maybe I should look up one of my old flames.
Yeah, but not Stan. The other one.
I have some incredible news.
You've been traded to the Rams.
Do you know that nasty butcher down at the deli?
The little guy with 4 fingers?
That's him. I don't know, but every time I order roast beef, he cheats me. I don't know how he does it. I stand there and watch as he slices a big, juicy roast beef. But when I get home, I find these crummy little hard pieces, from the end. Anyway, today I went in with a positive attitude. I told myself, this man is my friend, and I know he is going to give me a good cut of meat. Look.
It's a miracle.
Oh, great. Pilgrims are going to be showing up to kiss Dorothy's luncheon meat.
Ma, I know it doesn't mean much to you, but I acted positively and things are improving in my life. I don't know, now I feel that I have the power to make anything happen.
Boy, is it beautiful out there today.
Thank you.
Dorothy, do you think I'm dressed okay for the dog races?
That depends. Are you competing?
Sophia, nothing you can say is going to bother me. And you know why? Because when I'm with Stephen, I don't know, I get goosebumps. I feel all tingly.
Oh, I understand what you're talking about. I feel the same way when I hear the words, and filling in for Doc, Tommy Newsom.
Oh, this is terrific, terrific. Blanche took a positive step, and positive things are happening in her life. Maybe it'll work for me. You know what? I'm going to try to get a man who is open, caring, honest, who has eyes only for me.
Pussycat, you got your roast beef? Don't push it.
That was the hospital. Stephen's had a heart attack.
Blanche, you want me to drive you to the hospital?
Oh, no.
I'm not sure that it's a good idea for you to drive yourself.
I'm not sure that I'm going to go.
What do you mean you're not sure you're going?
Oh, I just have some other things I have to do.
But Blanche, if something bad happened to somebody I care about, I'd be over in a shot.
Well, I do care about him. I just have some things I have to do.
But like what?
Oh, look, I'm trying to keep this relationship casual. If I go to that hospital, I'm in and there's no getting out.
Don't be silly. All you have to do is follow the orange line down the middle of the hallways and lead right to the elevator.
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea to hook up with a 60-year-old man with a bad heart. Well, what guarantee do I have we'll have any kind of future together?
Blanche, in life, there are no guarantees. There are choices.
Well, then my choice is either to play it safe or to take a risk. I wish I knew what to do.
All right. I can pick up a cue. Picture it. Sicily, 1912. A beautiful young peasant girl with clear olive skin meets an exciting but penniless Spanish artist. There's an instant attraction. They laugh, they sing, they slam down a few Boilermakers. Shortly afterwards, he's arrested for showing her how he can hold his palette without using his hands. But I digress. He paints her portrait, and they make passionate love. She spends much of the next day in the shower with a loofah sponge, scrubbing his fingerprints off her body. She sees the portrait and is insulted. It looks nothing like her, and she storms out of his life forever. That peasant girl was me. And that painter was Pablo Picasso.
Ma, I have a feeling you're lying.
Be positive.
Okay, I'm positive you're lying.
It doesn't make any difference, Dorothy. I know what I have to do. In this case, I'm going to put me first.
Ooh, now there's a radical shift in priorities.
Look, I just don't feel like making this kind of emotional investment.
But
No, you don't understand. I lost one man I loved when George died. I just won't do it again.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Dorothy. How was your day?
Rose, I tried to be positive, but it was lousy.
Dorothy, in times like these, you have to hold on to your faith. Just like Hans Gluckenflanken, St. Olaf's greatest explorer.
Rose, please, let me have a little recovery time before you start a St. Olaf story.
You see, Hans Gluckenflanken set out for Florida to find the fountain of intelligence. Unfortunately, when he got to Duluth, he took a left instead of a right, and he wound up back in St. Olaf. That's how he got his nickname, Wrong Way Gefluckenflanken.
Rose, how is this a story about faith?
Well, when he got back, it was the dead of winter. Tired and hungry, but still clinging to his belief that he would find the fountain of intelligence, he saw the miracle water trickling out of the ground, and he fell to his knees and tasted it. Unfortunately, it was a broken sewer main. 2 days later, he died of cholera.
What is the point, Rose?
He was positive he had found the fountain of intelligence. In fact, his dying words were, "I think I've learned something from this."
Girls, am I interrupting?
I sincerely hope so.
Blanche, I thought you had a date.
Oh, I canceled. He was just a nice man with a big boat who wanted to go to Bimini.
That sounds like hell.
I don't know. I'm just not ready to start up something with someone new.
I think it's because you miss Stephen.
A lot.
Well, then why don't you go to the hospital?
Because when he got sick, it scared the hell out of me.
And you did what you always do. You ran. Blanche, it's time to stop running.
You really think so?
Absolutely.
You're right. I will. Oh, Dorothy, you always give me the best advice about men. Who says wisdom comes from experience? Oh, my God, what's happened? Is he all right?
He'll be okay. I just hate seeing him like this.
Oh, are you a relative?
I'm his wife.
His wife? He told me his wife died years ago.
Oh, he did he? Oh. You louse! You crumb! This is who you're cheating with now? A woman in her 60s? We're through. You'll be hearing from my attorney. He's all yours. Enjoy.
You're not Stephen.
I'm over here, Blanche.
Oh. Sorry about that. Hi.
Hi, Blanche. How are you?
Oh, never mind me. How about you?
Coming along. The doctor told me to keep my life nice and dull. No more excitement for a while. Oh, by the way, thanks for the flowers.
It was the least I could do.
I thought so, too.
Oh, Stephen, I'm sorry. There's no excuse for my not being here, but the important thing is I'm back.
Blanche.
Wait, honey, let me finish. I know how much we care for each other. I know how good we are for each other. And let's face it, nobody has more fun with each other than we do. You remember that night on the beach when I pretended my hand was a big old sand crab crawling up your thigh? We wrapped ourselves up in that big old blanket, and you just about jumped out of your skin when I showed you that Savannah twister. You remember that?
Are you all right, Mr. Gordon?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sorry, it won't happen again. At least not until you're out of here.
Blanche. Karen and I are back together.
Karen?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you said it was all over between you two.
Well, I thought it was, but she came to the hospital as soon as she heard.
Oh, so you're going to let one little gesture of goodwill end our relationship?
Well, she was here when I needed someone the most. And I realized how much we still mean to each other.
I'm very happy for you. No, I'm not. I'm mad at me. Damn. Ever since my husband died, I think if I don't leave, I'm going to get left. Looks like either way, I end up alone.
I'm sorry.
Not half as sorry as I am. I feel stupid.
You shouldn't. You're a terrific lady.
I'm going to miss you. Don't you forget me now.
Oh, don't worry. I'll always have this printout to remember you by.
You want me to drive tonight, Dorothy?
Oh, Rose, listen. I'm not going to the meeting tonight.
Well, how come?
I'm not comfortable there. I'm not comfortable with the people. I'm not comfortable with the whole thing.
But you need the group support, Dorothy. I mean, it's not a good idea to go it alone. Did I ever tell you about my cousin Vigdor Frickin? He tried to go it alone in a three-legged race. Well, you know what happened to him?
Please, Rose, I don't want to hear about your frickin' cousin.
Well, fine. Then if you're not going to go, I'm going to stay home, too.
How come?
Well, I've seen you at those meetings, Dorothy. You tried to change, but you couldn't. If I keep going there, I'm going to drive you crazy.
Well, Rose, I don't want you to stop doing something you believe in.
I've gotten all I'm going to get out of it. Besides, I'd rather be part of this group than that one.
I hate to say this, but Rose, you're special.
Thank you, Dorothy. I could never get them to say that to me at those meetings.
Oh, Blanche, is everything all right?
Stephen's back with his old girlfriend.
Oh.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I guess I learned a little bit about missed opportunities and how sometimes you have to take chances. But all is not lost. I met a new man in the next bed. He's recently broken up with his wife. And the good news is he has the heart of a 25-year-old.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, as long as his body doesn't reject it.
Dorothy, do we know anybody named Cecilia?
Your cousin, Ma. She only has weeks to live.
Oh. Next time I'll accept the charges.
Hello? No, we don't have a car for sale. No, you must have the wrong number.
Is it a man or a woman?
No, it's a woman interested in a Mercedes.
Sorry, the car's been sold.
Blanche, what is this all about?
I have figured out the most wonderful way to meet men. Rich, eligible men. I put an ad in the paper saying I have a Mercedes for sale for a very low price.
Blanche, you don't have a Mercedes.
But I'm renting one and pretending it's for sale. All day tomorrow, men are going to be showing up here for a test drive. You can tell a lot about a man by the way he drives.
You know, that's true. Sometimes Stan couldn't even get the key in the ignition.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Rose. Hi, Miles. How was your evening?
Oh, it's terrific, Dorothy. We saw a marvelous production of The Glass Menagerie.
Oh, that is one of my favorite plays.
Frankly, I was a little disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, when you told me you were taking me to a revival of Tennessee Williams, I was expecting something more along the lines of a seance.
Rose, I have never met anyone like you.
Check the cornfield on Hee-Haw.
Ma, why don't we go so that Rose and Miles can be alone?
Why, we were here first.
Ma, isn't it time for your medication?
Oh, good. I thought my buzz was wearing off.
Oh, I really did have a good time tonight. And don't forget, I'm taking you out tomorrow for your birthday. My treat.
Oh, no, Rose, I forgot to tell you. My daughter Caroline is flying in for my birthday tomorrow. Well, maybe we could all go out to lunch. You know, I'm very anxious for you two to get together.
Well, instead of going out, why don't you two come here for lunch? I'll cook something special.
Oh, that's a great idea. I love what you made the last time. What was it called? Gherkinflunken?
Oh, no, that was my uncle. The owner of St. Olave's most famous haberdashery. He came up with the slogan, "You don't have to be Amish to look Amish."
Gosh, I wish I could afford something pretty like this for my potential car buyers, but I'm having those end-of-the-month money problems.
Looking for a loan? You've come to the right place.
Why, Sophia? How'd you get your hands on that kind of money?
I'm a grave robber. What's it to you?
Morning, Blanche. Morning, Ma. You sleep well?
No, I have that recurring nightmare. You know, the one where I'm in bed with Warren Beatty, and he says, "Sorry, this is too sick even for me."
Do we have the ingredients for Geflügelblügen?
Come on, Rose, get with it. Do what the rest of us do. Buy frozen Geflügelblügen.
Oh, I could never serve store-bought candied herring. Oh, besides, I have my own special recipe. I use Red Hots for the eyes.
Killer now.
I'll get it. Hello? Well, you are aware that it's a two-seater. It's not much of a family car. Oh? How long have you and your wife been practically separated? Well, you might as well come over for a look. How about, say, 12:20? Oh, good. Well, I can't wait for you to get your hands on it either.
You're not having company, are you, Blanche? Because I want everything to go smoothly for Miles and Caroline. It's a big step meeting a man's family.
Don't worry about it, honey. Men will be over, but they'll be in and out all day.
Don't say it, Ma.
I have to, Dorothy. At my age, when you don't say it, it can back up on you and come out some other way.
My first appointment's here, right on time. I've been out there watching him. He's been looking at the car and smiling. I feel just like a fisherman with a new lure.
You catch him, you clean him. Blanche, aren't you embarrassed going through all this subterfuge just to get a man?
A man? I'm planning on getting a 6-month supply.
Oh, hi, Blanche.
Yeah.
James, I'm here about the car.
Miles?
No, honey, it's James. You stay right there and I'll get the keys.
How much mileage has she got on her?
Let's just say she's been around the block.
Here we go, James. Let's put the pedal to the metal.
I can't believe anything that beautiful is so cheap.
I'm cramping up.
Miles?
No, honey, it wasn't Miles. We'll let you know when he gets here.
Maybe we need a signal.
How about this? I yell, "Hey, Rose, Miles is here."
Got it.
Miles?
Rose!
Well, you might have forgotten the signal. I know I did.
Delivery for a Sophia Petrillo?
Here's a president you've never seen. Look what I got, Dorothy. A surprise for you.
Oh. Oh, look at these watches. They must have cost you a fortune.
They did.
Where'd you get the money?
Is that what you say to someone who just bought you a gift?
Ma, I asked you a question.
I never told you this, Dorothy, but I'm a special friend of Phil Rizzuto.
Hi, ladies.
Oh, hello, Miles.
I want you to meet my daughter. This is Caroline.
Oh, Caroline,
Dorothy?
so nice to meet you.
is Sophia.
How do you do?
Rose Miles is here. Rose Miles is here.
Hello, Rose.
Miles?
Rose, this is Caroline. Caroline Rose Nyland.
How do you do?
I am so glad to finally meet you. Lunch is all set up out on the lanai. Your father tells me you're a classical musician. What do you play?
The English horn.
I didn't know horns had nationalities. But I guess it makes sense if jumping beans can be Mexican and fire drills can be Chinese and flies can be Spanish.
Hi, I'm here about the car. Oh, come in. Have a seat.
Thank you. How you doing?
Blanche will be here any minute. She's out on a test drive.
Oh, Blanche said I was going to be the first.
She's been using that line for 40 years.
That was fun, James. We ought to get together again sometime.
Well, I'd like to talk to you about buying the car.
Well, not now. I'll get backed up on my appointments. Are you Thomas?
I sure am. I'm here from a test drive.
Oh, no, wait a minute. You don't even have to show him the car. I'll write you out a check right now.
No, at this price, I know I want the car. Don't take a check from him. Take one from me.
Look, I'm writing
right
out a
here.
$5,000 deposit now.
Oh, no, I can't do that. The banks are closed. I can't be sure it's any good.
You've got an honest face. I'll cash that check right here.
Ma, can I see you in the kitchen?
I've got no secrets from these people.
Shady Pines, Ma.
Right behind you.
I think you should take my check.
Ma, I want to know. Now, where did you get the money?
The government is being kinder and gentler by sending me a lot more Social Security checks than they used to.
The computer made a mistake. Ma, that money doesn't belong to you. Now, how much are we talking about?
Enough to have you rubbed out if you rat on me.
Ma.
So far, 170 grand, but I haven't checked today's mail.
It was awfully sweet of you to go to all this trouble, Rose. This is, delicious.
Even the eyes. Have you tried those eyes?
Oh, no, you ate the tail before we had a chance to make a wish.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rose. I couldn't help myself. It was all so delicious. You certainly know the way to a man's heart.
I'll just take these in.
Oh, I'll help you.
Who wants birthday cake?
Oh, what's in it?
Oh, it's a secret. And in some countries, a vaccine.
Listen, I'll give you $20,000 and free root canal work.
You're a dentist.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you $25,000 and free root canal work.
You're a dentist, too.
No, but I really want this car.
Mail call. Me. See ya.
Ma, these are all checks from the government?
No, there's also an application for a gold card. Boy, word gets around fast.
I am so happy I finally got the chance to meet you.
I'm happy too. Rose.
You know, I have a feeling you and I are going to be the best of friends.
Rose, there's something we need to talk about. It's about you and Daddy.
I know it seems like a crazy match. A college professor and a farmer's daughter. But somehow what we have together seems to work.
Rose, it's only been a year since my mother died. Daddy's still very vulnerable at this point. I can understand why he reached out for you. Oh, you're very warm and you're very giving. But he needs time. So please, if you really care for my father, the best thing you can do is stay away from him.
God, Rose, now I've got 3 excited men out there. And for the first time in my life, it seems like too many.
Blanche, your 1:30 appointment just got here, and I think he's interested.
Oh, not another one. What am I going to do?
Oh, Blanche, didn't you think this thing through? I mean, didn't you think these men would want to buy the car?
No, I assumed once they saw me, they'd forget all about the car. Well, I got to do something to get their minds off that car. I know what, I'll offer them some cake.
That's Miles' birthday cake.
Honey, he'll have other birthdays.
But not with me.
Why, what's wrong?
Caroline just told me to stay away from Miles because it's only been a year since his wife died.
Oh, Rose, that's terrible.
Well, don't give her any cake.
Rose, those are Caroline's feelings, not Miles. Otherwise, why would he be here?
I was trying so hard to impress her.
I remember when we had to impress a man's parents, not his children. Boy, Mother Devereaux was dead set against me marrying George. She wanted her little boy to marry a virgin.
How did you know you weren't?
Maybe it was all those huck if you've had Blanche bumper stickers.
I wish I knew what to do.
Oh, I could settle that thing with Miles in 1 minute. I can handle men one at a time.
Blanche, could you really do something?
Well, sure I could. If Dorothy will take care of that mess out in the living room.
Come on, now, just a minute. I have my own problems. I'm dealing with a mother who stole money from the government.
Come on, it's not like I'm an elected official.
I'll turn her in, Dorothy, but first, go out there and take care of those men.
Blanche, I have to take care of my mother.
I can't take care of both Miles and the men.
Oh, Dorothy, please do this for Blanche, for me.
Oh, all right.
Now, listen, I don't want my plan to go to waste. I still intend to date James and Thomas, so let them down easy. Frank and Eddie, flush them.
Oh, Rose, now don't be so upset. You seen the way Miles looks when you tell those St. Olaf stories?
He looks like he's listening.
There you go. Excuse me. Did you happen to see a little old lady go by?
You mean the one who said, "What are you staring at? I can buy you and sell you"? Went that
way. Ma? Now look, Ma, we have to talk about the money.
Don't worry, pussycat. Your sister and brother don't have to know anything about this.
Ma, I want you to promise that you'll send this money back to the government.
They're not good with money. They can't handle it. They spend $400 for a toilet seat.
You know, Ma, I'm really surprised at you. When I was a little girl, you told me how much it meant to you when you came here to America for the first time. Do you remember what you thought of when you first saw the Statue of Liberty holding up her torch of freedom?
I was amazed.
You see?
I was amazed that women in this country shaved under their arms.
Ma, you told me how much America meant to you, how wonderful America was, how nice it is to be in a country that doesn't care about soccer. That money belongs to America. Ma, you have America's money and you have to give it back.
Dorothy, please.
Look, Ma, you taught me to love this country. You were the first one to make me feel proud of being an American. You were the first one who put an American flag in my hand. Ma, why don't you take a moment and think what America has given you?
Besides this 170 grand? All right. I'll send it back. All of it?
Yes, Ma, all of it.
Okay. I just hope they want it back after an 83-year-old woman rolled around in it naked.
Well, how was lunch?
Blanche, I don't know how the woman does it. The herring was not only delicious, but it looked happy.
Oh. Well, Caroline, did you tell your daddy about your little talk with Rose?
Not yet.
Oh, what did I miss?
I think he has a right to know.
I told Rose the truth, Daddy. It's too soon for you to have a relationship.
You what?
No, wait, could I say something? Caroline, you think your daddy has become involved too soon after your poor mother's demise, but honey, a year is more than respectable. Well, I've had men call me when their wives were in intensive care. Granted, these men were not pillars of the community.
Well, he is not ready.
Caroline, your mother and I were married for 43 years. They were wonderful years. I didn't think it was possible to find someone I'd care about again, but this happens when it happens. I've got a second chance. I think it would be nice if you'd be happy for me.
How could he do this?
He has needs, honey. All men have needs. And there are women out there who are willing to stoop to any means to prey on those needs, including false advertising. I know, because I've met them. You just thank your lucky stars Rose Nyland is not one of those women.
I never looked at it that way.
Besides, after you get to know Rose, why, you'll... Oh, why spoil the surprise?
This is not... Gentlemen, please. You don't seem to understand what I'm trying to tell you. The car is not for sale.
Why not?
It's haunted.
What?
The car is haunted. I should know. I rode in it.
You look okay.
I'm 27 years old.
Look, Ma, we're not getting anywhere. Blanche wants James and Thomas. I'll try to save them. You go over there with frickin' frack and try to ditch it.
You want me to offend them?
Pretend they're family. Look, everybody named after an apostle, come with me. Excuse me, there was no Eddie.
Have you guys ever heard of Totally Hidden Video? Well, underneath this gray wig is comedian Kay Ballard. Thanks for being on our show.
So that's the story. The car is not available, but Blanche Devereaux is.
I can't believe that I've been hustled. Boy, if I wasn't a teacher and accustomed to abuse, I'd leave too.
Really? You know, I'm a teacher myself.
No kidding. Say, why don't you tell me about this automobile thing again? Say, tonight over dinner?
Oh, no. Blanche Devereaux is a very charming, attractive woman.
Yes, she is. Shall I pick you up around 7:30?
Oh, I feel terrible about this. Let's say 8 o'clock.
Here. Take us someplace decent.
Look, Rose, I made it perfectly clear to Caroline how I feel about you.
Maybe Caroline is right. Your wife died such a little while ago. Maybe I am taking advantage of your vulnerability.
Rose, you're a smart woman.
Oh, you are vulnerable.
Of course I am. I'm drawn to your beauty, your charm, your own unique brand of wisdom.
What about Caroline?
Oh, Caroline doesn't know everything. Oh, you should see the cardigan she got me for my birthday. She can't even pick out a sweater for me, much less a whole person.
Oh, I wish she felt better about us.
Well, she's just going to have to get used to us. I'm staying around. If you'll let me.
Oh, I'll let you.
Rose.
Not in the kitchen. You'll dry out the cheese.
See you tonight, Rose. Goodbye, ladies.
Bye-bye, Miles.
You take care of her.
Oh, Blanche, I can't thank you enough.
Oh, you're welcome, honey, but let's get to the important stuff. Who am I going out with tonight?
Well, James says he never wants to see you again. And, the truth is, I'm going out with Thomas tonight. You're not upset, are you, Blanche?
Well, no, I'm not upset. It serves me right. Hey, matter of fact, take the Mercedes. Yeah, have a good time.
Oh, Blanche, that's awfully sweet of you.
You got this coming.
Hi, Blanche.
Oh, hi. How was school today?
Yeah, pretty good. Almost half the class came back after the fire drill.
Price tag pinned to right sleeve.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm taking the tags off this dress and saving them so I can put them back on again tomorrow. That way, when I take it back, they won't know I've worn it.
You're going to wear a dress and then return? Blanche, that's illegal.
Oh, it is not illegal. It's just wrong. See, I love the dress, but I can't afford it. Not $300 worth. And I have a late date tonight, so I want to look stunning for it. Besides, it's not like I'm going to wear it all that much. I'm just going to put it on and take it off. Then put it on and come home and take it off again.
Dorothy, great news. Gladys Goldfine quote. She's taking me to see Tony Bennett.
Oh, Sophia, that's terrific.
Tell me about it. I won't have to spend that evening with Dorothy. No offense, my little Scrabble-holic, but there's more to life than a double word score.
Strange attitude coming from a woman who tried to choke me because I challenged the word flot.
Can you believe it? Tony Bennett. What that man does to me with his voice, your father couldn't accomplish with his hands.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Sophia. There are men's voices that get me going like that, too.
Blanche, there are men's socks that can get you going.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
And do we all remember what today is? I'll go out on a limb and say Thursday, but you can't go by me. I'm in and out on my children's first names.
It's the 117th anniversary of the birth of Robert Frost.
I love him, always nipping at your nose.
That was Jack Frost. Robert Frost is the guy who interviewed Richard Nixon on TV. Who's the dumb one now?
Oh, you're still the reigning champ, Rose. That was David Frost. Robert Frost was a famous American poet.
And when I was with him, he was always nipping at my nose. Some people found it obnoxious. For me, it was a turn-on.
Miles is cooking dinner to celebrate Frost's birthday. He invited us all, and we accepted.
I don't remember ever agreeing to that.
Sure you did. I distinctly remember. You said, "Oh boy, Miles reading poetry. Sign me up, sign me up." You sounded pretty definite.
Sarcasm, Rose. That's like when I say you're so lucky to be a natural blonde.
Thank you.
Just forget it, Rose. I have a late date.
You can leave early. A promise is a promise. Now, look, we're all very fond of Miles. Besides, a little culture wouldn't hurt any of us.
All right, we'll go. But I'd rather stay home and eat flot.
So, overall then, what I'd say Frost is most significantly remembered for is his simple, clear use of language and uncomplicated imagery to express the quiet values of a rural New England life.
Are we home yet?
My, oh my, oh my. Just look at all the other places to be.
I mean, it is amazing, isn't it? How, with a few carefully chosen words, a poet can convey the immediacy of a specific life experience.
You don't have to tell me. Remember, I grew up in a small farm town. Here a quack, there a quack. Everywhere. A quack quack.
Hey, look, there's a black guy doing the news, and it isn't even the weekend.
Ma, did you turn that on?
Poltergeist.
Thanks, Steve. And Lord knows we can use the rain. In the news this hour, one of the FBI's 10 most wanted criminals, escaped convict and underworld kingpin Mickey the Cheese Man Moran, is dead.
Mom,
the
turn it
Cheese
off.
Man is shown here
Now.
testifying before a Senate
No,
committee on organized
let's just
crime.
hear that to the end.
He was blown up this morning outside his home in suburban Chicago by a bomb attached to the ignition of his car. A violent end for a violent man.
You know what, ladies? What do you say we take a rain check on the poetry reading?
I'd say no dice. Doesn't rain check mean we'd have to come back?
When she kids you like that, it means she likes you.
Well, I do have a few papers to grade, and I could use the time. Look here, Rose. Here are the poems I was going to read. Look, why don't you look them over, and we'll discuss them the next time we're all together.
So long.
Bye, Blanche.
Actually, I was describing the evening.
Yeah, Burnett. Miles Weber. I just heard about the Cheese Man on TV. Can it be? Am I free?
Hello? Oh, Gladys, booby. You what? Goldfine, I put a Sicilian curse on you. You'll be barren. Okay, worse, you won't be barren. And you know what else, Goldfine? That sandwich I gave you yesterday, it was ham.
Yeah, what is it?
Gladys wants to take a man to Tony Bennett in my place.
Oh, Sophia, calm down, honey. It's all right if you want to drop your girlfriend because a man asks you out. That's the law of the jungle.
Thank you, Sheena, queen of the slut people.
Ma, Gladys is your best friend. She didn't do this to hurt your feelings. It was probably an accident. She must have forgotten that she already invited you.
Let me tell you something, pussycat. There are no accidents. Nobody wrongs someone without meaning it.
Come on, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
I was going to take this dress back.
I am sorry,
You were
Blanche.
sorry.
Oh, come on, it was an accident.
Or was it?
Well, I will tell you one thing. You are paying for this dress.
I am not paying for the dress. I will pay for the dry cleaning, and that's all. I told you before, you can't return something after it's been worn.
I certainly can't now after your little spasm. I wanted to wear something tonight that Dwayne's never seen me in.
Maybe you should try underwear.
Miles, I thought you were grading papers.
No, I wasn't. I lied.
Oh, my God. What were you grading?
Rose, I have wonderful news. But look, I think you better sit down first before you hear it.
Okay, you're the professor.
Well, you see, I'm not. No, I'm not really a professor.
What?
And my name is not really Miles Weber.
Well, then, what are you talking about, Miles?
Rose, my real name is Nicholas Carbone. I was an accountant in Chicago. And my biggest client was the dead man we saw on the TV news bulletin this evening.
The cheese man?
That's right. But Rose, you have to believe me, by the time I found out about it, I was too deeply involved. I was arrested. The feds tried to pin everything on me.
You mean, have you been to prison?
Oh, no. I couldn't let that happen. Can you imagine what my life would have been like if the other inmates found out how much I love to dance? No, DA offered me a deal, and I turned state's evidence, which put my client, Mr. Moran, away for a long, long time. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're a snitch.
No, I'm not a snitch. I'm an informant.
Oh, a snitch in a tie.
The point is, it all would have been behind me, but he escaped. The government had to put me in the witness protection program. Gave me a new name, new job, whole new identity.
I don't know what to say. I can't believe this story you're telling me.
But you can believe the story about Henrik Felderstuhl, St. Olaf's half man, half grasshopper?
Dorothy, I'm telling you, when he rubbed his legs together, you'd swear you were on a camping trip.
Okay, let me get this straight. You mean to tell me you are personally acquainted with men who do bodily harm to private citizens for money?
I can't deny it, Sophia. Yes.
Then take down this address. Gladys Goldfarb.
Rose, I know this is a little overwhelming for you, but look, try to look at it through my eyes. I have my life back now. For the first time in years, I've been able to call my friends and let them know where I am.
Well, you may have your life back, but I've had the rug pulled out from under mine.
Sweetheart, I had no choice. But, Rose, I want you to know that the one thing I was never faking was the way I feel about you.
How can I believe you? How can I believe anything you've ever said to me?
Look, I know it sounds awful, but it's not. I can be free. I can go back to Chicago. And, sweetheart, I want you there with me.
Chicago? Go to Chicago? I don't even know you.
Rose, honey, we know how confused you must feel, but no matter how unfocused your emotions are, you must try to express them. So just go ahead and cry if you want to, or scream, or throw things if you have to, but let those feelings out, honey. Let them fill this room. Heck! I know, baby, I know.
Oh, Rose, this is terrible. You have been robbed of the most basic sense of security. You know, no matter what else is happening, at the very least, I know that when I come home at night, you are you, Blanche is Blanche, and Ma, if she's taken her medication, is my mother.
I don't know what's real anymore. When I think of the things I've told Miles, the things he's told me, the things we've told each other, things we've said in a restaurant, things we've said on our way to a restaurant, things we've said on the way home
from the two of you shared. We get it.
And who was I sharing with? If you say something to somebody who isn't really who he is, have you actually said anything or not? And if he's heard it as someone he really isn't, has anything you've said actually been heard?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
She wants to know what to do about Miles.
Drop him.
Ma.
When someone you trusted tells you something that later turns out not to be true, wash your hands of them. Give them a boot. Dump them.
A little bit of Gladys Goldfine slipping into this opinion, Ma?
Who else are we talking about?
Now I know how my friend Mary Jane von Helfenfelfer felt.
Oh, well, considering what you've been through, go ahead, Rose.
She took a vacation to Mexico? And she found this poor, scrawny, helpless little Chihuahua puppy on the street. And she brought it home to St. Olaf with her, and she nursed it back to health. She loved it. She took it to bed with her. She taught it to fetch. She'd throw a ball, and he'd bring it back. And she'd throw a ball, and he'd bring it back. Well, I guess I don't have to tell you that's pretty much what fetch is.
How much longer are we going to circle the airport, Rose? You want to bring this baby in?
Well, when she took the puppy to get his shots, the vet told her the bad news. He said, Mary Jane, this is no Chihuahua. This is a rat.
And the point, Aesop?
I thought Miles was a Chihuahua. It turns out he was a rat.
You know, I once prepared a 6-course meal with what I thought was chicken. But it turned out to be
Rose, in my heart, I cannot believe that Miles is a rat. He just fell in with the wrong people, that's all. Now, look, I know you have a date with him tomorrow night. Keep it. I'm sure you'll find he's the same caring, sensitive man you've known all along. My God, it wasn't my confirmation dinner, was it?
Your pop sure made everyone laugh when he made the little feet dance.
Rose, how did your date go?
Oh, Dorothy, you were absolutely right. It was better than I could have dreamed. When we sat down to our meal, Nick ordered a whiskey neat and a shrimp cocktail, which was positively uncanny because Miles always began his meal with a whiskey neat and a shrimp cocktail.
You haven't had much experience with the uncanny, have you, Rose?
Oh, Rose, I thought I heard your voice. Now I want you to start at the beginning and tell us everything.
Boo, shrimp, you're up to speed. Go, Rose.
Well, to begin with, I had an absolutely fantastic time. He's the same man. The man I love. And that's why I told him I'd go to Chicago with him.
You'd what? You're not moving, are you?
Oh, only for 3 months, just so we can clean up some business. Then we'll be back.
Oh, Rose, I'm so happy. Everything worked out.
Rose, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm going to miss you. You laugh, you smile, your St. Olaf stories. Okay, I'm over it now.
Jim, I think it's nice how things are working out for Rose and Miles.
Well, that had to happen sometime, pussycat. Rose found a man. And pretty soon, Blanche will find a man. And before you know it, you should buy a parakeet or something.
Gladys, honey, how are you?
Fine, Dorothy. Is your mother home?
No, I can't say that she is.
I've been trying to call, but she keeps hanging up on me. You sure she isn't home?
No, I still can't say that, no. Would you like to leave a message?
Oh, I don't know. I just wanted to apologize.
What took you so long?
Ma, when did you get in?
Oh, Dorothy, grow up. So, are you reading from a prepared statement, Goldfine, or you're feeling cocky enough to wing it?
I came because I was thinking, at our age, the last thing you say to somebody might be the last thing you say. So, I just want you to know that I'm sorry, Sophia. I want to take you to the concert.
Booby.
Facciabella!
Dorothy, learn from this. This is what friendships are built on. Loyalty, mutual respect, trust. Give me my ticket. Gladys, you yuts. These aren't for Tony Bennett, they're for Tony Martin.
Of course they're for Tony Martin. You think I'd camp overnight for tickets to Tony Bennett?
I'll tell you what, sweetheart. Take Milton. Have a swell time. Only this time, don't throw your underwear on the stage.
Then why go?
Oh, why couldn't they put Tony Bennett and Tony Martin on the same bill? Ah, who am I kidding? There'll never be another Woodstock.
I am never shopping at Fiedler Brothers again.
I beg your pardon.
Well, it's a little late for that. I've never been so humiliated in my life.
What about the time you lost the key to your handcuffs and had to go with that guy on his mail route?
It seems that before I returned the dress, I was so busy putting the price tags back on, I neglected to remove the dry cleaning tag. Not only did they refuse to take the dress back, the store manager had the gall to accuse me of being dishonest.
That's terrible, Blanche. If I were you, I'd take my dishonesty elsewhere.
They made me pay $300 for a dress I didn't even want.
Blanche, it's only fair. You tried something crooked and you got caught. Now you're going to have to scrimp and cut corners and find some way to pay for it.
I already have. The rent increase is going to effect tomorrow. All except Sophia.
Why not her?
The rent increase was her idea.
So I'm the one musketeer. I'll make new friends.
You won't believe the horrible thing I just heard on the radio.
Oh, Rose, we go through this every time. This is merely a test in the event of an actual emergency.
No, the news! I was just listening to the news, and the cheese man isn't dead.
What?
A coroner's investigation proved that Moran staged the whole thing.
He's alive? And he knows that Miles is seeing Rose, and Rose knows me, and they always hold the prettiest one hostage. Oh, if I could just do something to make myself less attractive.
Try soap and water.
I have to call Miles. He must be out of his mind with worry.
Rose?
Oh, darling, we heard.
Rose, it's awful. Look, we don't have much time.
Oh, I'm so sorry about this, Miles.
Can we get this guy out of here? I don't want to be killed at my age. That would be like getting tackled on the 1-yard line.
Rose, you realize that Chicago is out of the picture now.
But there's no way we can just stay in Miami?
No, that's impossible too, sweetheart. Look, I don't know where the government's going to move us, but all I do know is that everything's going to be fine as long as the two of us are together.
Oh, I can't believe this is happening. Maybe we better try Springfield. He'd never find us in Springfield.
Which Springfield?
Aha! Girls, don't worry. As soon as Miles and I are settled, we'll let you know where we are.
No, Rose. I'm afraid we won't be able to let anybody know where we are.
But we won't tell a soul, even when we come to visit.
No, you can't visit. It's too dangerous.
But at least we'll be able to phone.
No, I'm sorry.
What about my children?
Rose, it's just too risky. For us and for them.
Oh, Miles. This is an impossible decision. I love you so much.
Rose, I love you too.
But I also love my friends and my family, and the thought of leaving. I'm sorry.
All right. I understand.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you, Miles.
Rose, there won't be a day I won't be thinking about you. Goodbye. Rose, darling. You take good care of her, ladies.
Miles, your poetry book.
Keep it. And when you read page 73, think of me.
And when to the heart of man was it ever less than a treason to bow and accept the end of a love or of a season? On the last episode of The Golden Girls...
I'm going out tonight with Stan.
No.
Yes, Ma, I really am.
I believe you. I said no.
What's the matter, honey? Did you have a bad time with Ray?
It wasn't Ray. His ex-wife, Myra, ran into the Chowder Heads where we were eating and started yelling at me. I tried to convince Myra that he's just a friend, but she wouldn't listen. For some reason, she won't accept a divorce. I really feel threatened.
Ma, Stan gave me an engagement ring.
I see. Excuse me. You marry this man, and we're no longer family. You do this, you are out of my life forever. Dorothy. I don't know if you'll recognize him without his leather apron, but this is Errol. He's our shoe repair guy. I told him you're dying to go out with him.
Errol, I'm sorry you made the trip for nothing. My mother refuses to accept the fact that I am getting married in 3 days.
So, what are you doing tonight?
Goodbye, Errol.
Ma. Dorothy, he's perfect for you. He knows your shoe size and he doesn't care.
It's late. Why didn't somebody wake me up?
Because the last time I walked into your bedroom unannounced, some guy missed the trampoline and almost killed me.
That is exactly the kind of thing I don't want you to say this afternoon when we're interviewing new roommates. Oh, God, it'd be so much easier if she didn't have to meet you people.
Well, I hope you find somebody soon. You know, actually, you're going to need 2 new tenants.
I'm not living with you and Stan.
Yes, you are, Ma. I want you with us, and besides, you can't...
Cast what?
A slow-moving Winnebago.
I hate when I get stuck behind one of those.
He's dead, sweetie. But hey, I'm used to it. I put 3 in the ground. But what can I tell you? I like him old, rich, and barely breathing.
Why don't I show you the rest of the house?
Fine.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
Oh, about as old as you are.
To lose a husband that young.
Okay, places. Dum, dum, da, dum, 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 da, dum. Remember, teeny steps were not Godzilla attacking the city.
Okay. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join Dorothy and Stanley in blah, 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 followed by rings and into the vows.
Dorothy, I vow to you that my love is pure.
I do vow too.
I vow that my love is strong.
I do vow too.
I vow that I will love no other.
I do... My God, Stanley, I feel like one of the Shirelles.
And most of all, I vow that my marriage to my beloved Dorothy will
Stop. As God is my witness in front of this entire congregation, I call an end to this wedding here and now.
Sophia, this is only the rehearsal.
It is? Pretend you didn't hear that. I'll see them all.
Rose, you've got to disconnect those stupid dogs.
But it's working. And besides, I've already named them.
Thanks for letting me move in early.
Oh.
great day for a wedding. Say, who tied those dead fish to the back of the car?
It's a St. Olaf tradition. You drive until you can't stand the smell, and then that's where you live.
Crazy or stupid?
We think it's a mix.
Hey, what's this? I thought I canceled the flowers. I mean, it looks nice.
Sophia, you've got to stop this. Now, you're hurting Dorothy. Don't you love her?
Of course I love her.
Well, then why are you doing this?
Because I'm trying to save her from making the biggest mistake of her life.
You don't know that. Sophia, I know you're only trying to protect her, but let me tell you about a lesson that I learned when I was a little girl in St. Olaf. If you hold a bird gently, the bird will stay. But if you squeeze the bird, his eyes will bug out. And Mr. Pet Shop owner gets very huffy and he won't let you touch the birds anymore. And the mice, he won't even let you in the room with the mice.
What is 8 times 6? Okay, now that we have a few minutes. I think Rose made 2 very good points. 1, not all psychotics are dangerous. And 2, honey, you have to let go. Dorothy's capable of making her own decisions. Does any of this make any sense to you, Sophia?
Not completely. I still think Rose has the capacity to kill.
Oh, Rose, sorry, honey, pencils down.
I could have used a pencil?
Oh, you just look so beautiful. You know, this reminds me of the day I married George. Oh, it was an exquisite wedding. 500 people in that big old church, and I didn't have any underwear on.
Why?
I just felt it was the right thing to do.
My wedding was outdoors. February 12th, I'll never forget it. I wore the most beautiful white flannel wedding gown. It even had feet sewn in.
Oh, when Stan and I were married, Stan was crying, I was crying, Ma was crying, all for different reasons. But if you didn't know us, it looked touching. Oh, Stan and I are getting married again. I mean, I've done this before. Why am I so nervous?
I always get nervous at weddings. Weddings and funerals. I've been to so many of both that I get mixed up. Same guest list, same flowers. Handful of rice, handful of dirt. The only difference is after the funeral, it's okay to date.
I'm beginning to like her.
Me too.
You're going to have a lot of fun together.
Oh, Dorothy, nobody can replace you.
Oh, Dorothy, I can't believe it. You're going to walk down that aisle and you won't be home tonight.
Oh, I'm going to miss you so much. You know, the only thing that makes me sad is leaving you and Ma.
Come on now. We got to get you ready. Do you have something blue?
Do veins count?
Oh.
I want you to have this hanky from St. Olaf. It's got a little blue embroidery on it.
Sneeze here.
And you need something new.
Oh, I have this other handkerchief from St. Olaf. This one's never been used.
Thanks again, Rose.
And something borrowed. Dorothy, I want you to have my best bracelet.
Oh, Blanche, it's very sweet.
It's just borrowing it, you know. I'll need it back.
Okay.
You can slip it to me right after the ceremony.
All right.
It's an antique.
Give it to me.
Dorothy, you're trembling. Are you that scared?
Yes. I'm just as queasy as I was at my first wedding, except that I'm pretty positive this time it's not morning sickness. Oh, look, I'm probably just upset because Ma isn't going to be there. I just wish she could see Stan the way I see him now.
If she didn't love you, she wouldn't be fighting so hard.
I know.
All right, now, let's see. You got something borrowed, something blue, something new. You need something old.
Old enough?
Oh, Ma.
Oh, Ma.
My little girl is getting married.
Oh, Ma, I just wish you weren't against this.
Look how pretty you look.
Really?
Yeah, beautiful. You remember the last time? We stayed up all night letting out that dress.
Oh, Ma, you know, Stan has changed. I trust him now for the very first time. Ma, I need your blessing.
Dorothy, it's always hard to let your children make their own decisions. But even though I worry about you, you always do the right thing. You have my blessing.
Oh, Ma, thank you.
You know, Pussycat, we never had that mother-daughter talk about sex.
Oh, Ma, I've had sex more years than I care to think about.
I know. I think you're doing it wrong.
Sounds like the guests are arriving.
Sophia.
All right, you've got a second chance. But if you hurt my daughter again, I'll make you miserable for the rest of my life. And if I lay off meat and dairy, that could be as much as 5 years.
I cannot take this another minute. Oh my God, it's Myra. This is who you've been scared of?
So you're Myra.
Watch out, she's dangerous.
Oh, I'm shaking.
You get that too? What do you want, Myra?
I just came here to tell you I'm not going to bother you anymore. You can have Ray. But you should know you're not the only young blonde bimbo in his life.
I don't want your husband. I never did.
I understand that now. I think I was just afraid of starting all over at my age. My daughter's checking me into a lovely retirement home called Shady Pines.
That's great. Come on out to the Lanai and I'll give you the lowdown on Shady Pines. You know, who does what for cigarettes?
Here comes the beautiful bride.
Wow, look at you. You look perfect.
Thank you. Stanley, I'm a little scared.
I'm not. I just feel this is so right.
Stanley, I think we're going to make it this time.
Dorothy, I want you to meet my best man, Marvin Mitchelson.
Oh, how lovely to meet you. What an honor.
The honor is mine, Dorothy.
He's a lawyer.
I know who he is. Oh, Stanley, I'm impressed.
Yeah, well, since I made all this money, you wouldn't believe all the friends I have.
How about this guy? Dorothy, you're every bit as